I'm Rachel Colant, a Wahl brand ambassador. I have Milo here with me today. His dad, Pankaj, is the operations director at Wahl, and we're gonna do a major de-shed. So he's not gonna get a ton of clipper work, but this is still a fairly involved groom because we're gonna do so much de-shedding. We want to keep the integrity of his coat. There are a couple areas that I am gonna use clippers, like his paw pads. We're gonna use a blade on the top of his feet to get them nice and tidy and cute, like cat feet. And then any hair that's sticking out, like we've got some hair down here, I'm just gonna skim this area with a short blade just to tidy it. Any scraggly hairs that are falling outside of his natural silhouette, we're gonna trim. But his owners like him really natural, minimal trimming, so mostly we're just gonna focus on the feet and getting all of this undercoat out. I'm gonna use the Vetiver Mini because his parents asked for his pads to be really short inside, and he has some tangles and mats, so I just wanna use this really short length so that this is neat and clean and lasts them a while. And when I'm using my Vetiver, I like to skim off of the sides of the foot just to start my scissor work for me, so that when I do a round foot, there's already hair that's not touching the table. And we're gonna repeat the same thing on the front foot. Lift the foot, skim anything that hangs past the foot, and then we wanna make sure there's a little mat there. We wanna make sure we get anything that would be causing irritation in the paw pads, any mats. I like to use the Vetiver in this area because it's a really safe blade to use. There are little tiny folds of skin, and this blade, I've never had any issues getting really close, especially dogs that have matting or sensitive paws. I'm going to do his cat feet with my 4-blade on my KM Supera. I'm taking a slicker brush, brushing everything against the grain to get all the hairs that stick up in between his toes. And then I'm gonna take my clipper and just skim over the toes and even out this length. And then when I put the foot down, there's very minimal that I have to get cleaned up. And I'm just gonna clean that up again with the Vetiver, any hairs that are sticking out. Repeating the process with the back foot. Step 1, brushing everything up with my slicker brush so that all of the hair that's gonna be hiding in between the toes is now up, and clippering the foot towards the dog's body. Final step is just gonna be going the opposite way from when I first clippered, pulling towards myself instead of the dog. Then I set the foot down and check if there's any little areas that I need to touch up with shears or my Vetiver. But it's a really fast way to do a tight cat foot. So since there's a couple little pieces of hair that I wanna tidy, I'm gonna take my Vetiver, pick up the foot and just skim. And one of the things that I really love about this clipper is that it can be used as a scissor, just to focus on your detailed work, but it's also significantly faster than using a scissor. I'm just making sure my cat foot is nice and tidy. He's also got some heaviness back here on this hock, so I'm gonna also skim this with my Vetiver. So to save yourself time, you can use this as a scissor, and I'm just going to lightly skim and take some length off. Since I already have my Vetiver, instead of grabbing my shears just to get these little tiny uneven pieces, I'm just gonna skim them. This is just tidying my silhouette. I'm not really reshaping anything, but that way my eye isn't gonna get drawn to the front of the knee. If there's any hair underneath the underline that needs to be tidied, I can also skim that. It's really only just a couple tiny little hairs. They like him natural, they don't want much trimmed. I would also do some skimming down here just to blend the leg hair into the foot. For the front, we're just tidying those little pieces that we didn't get with our 4-blade. Again, just skimming and really using this as a scissor. You can also outline these nails from underneath. That gives a cleaner look, and just shave all around the nail from the underside of the foot. And then when you look from the top, the nail is really defined and that area is very clean. So we can do that to this nail as well. And this has not been touched with scissors, all clipper work. Just checking my outline, the silhouette of the dog, and seeing if any hair falls outside of the shape that I want. So I can see right here, we have a little edge. So I'm just gonna take it off by skimming. The thing about skimming is if your dog moves a lot, this is not a great option for you. But if your dog is pretty predictable or still on the table, it can save you a ton of time. Now I'm just gonna repeat on the other side and I'll be back. So Milo's all finished. We did a major de-shedding. We shaped his feet with the 4-blade. We just tidied up any hairs that were sticking out with our Vetiver, using it like a scissor. We trimmed the back of his hocks with a Vetiver and blended his furnishings into his feet, and just did a nice bath, brush out, blow dry, and de-shedding. And now he's ready to go home.